great things my followers, more Meckanimal, and today we're going to talk about depression. Why depression? Depression because in the setting of fitness nowadays is not a topic that people talk enough about. If not, they don't talk about at all. Everybody's obsessed about aesthetic, building muscle, and not worrying about the mind. Uh, Without the mind, anything else would not be possible. Let's just face it, it's just the reality. And more people than we actually aware of suffer from mental illness, and people don't like to talk about it, but it's something that I feel like we should talk about, because in the past 3 years I've observed a lot of cases of depression, and it's really chronic. Sometimes you wonder what can possibly go wrong in those people's lives that they can be depressed. They have a lot of things going on in their life, better opportunities, and you will feel like if I was in this person's shoes, I will have nothing to worry about. I will not be depressed. I don't have much. I have a decent life. I make a decent living, but I have to believe that I am one of the happiest person on earth. I'm really loving what I do. I wake up, get to work, get to do something I enjoy doing, and like I always tell people, I would do it for free if I didn't have to pay bills. So if we still lived in a world where there were trade, that would be perfect. I train you and you give me food. Something like that will be just enough for me. I don't need a yacht. I don't need private plane. I don't need a fancy car. All I need is moving. I will be happy to live in trees. And again, yeah, literally, because yeah, I'm a fucking gorilla. So that's beside the point. The point that I was trying to, that I was trying to portray is that people who you would think will be happy are actually not happy, and they're depressed. And my previous mindset, like 10 years ago, was you got to toughen up. I would not feel any pity or any passion, any compassion for anybody else if you not tough enough to survive in this mean world. That you is just natural selection. But I've evolved to be more compassionate about people, and given the nature of my job, I feel like I have a lot of power to use to be able to help those type of people. And this is what I've been doing. And one thing, the main information I wanted to share is how to combat depression. And one of the most powerful tools is exercising. I know it can be cliche. It can sound like, yeah, whatever, exercise, healthy, wealth, and that. But it is literally true, because think about it. What's the problem with people with depression? People with depression, they feel beaten, they feel vanquished, they feel they have no hope, they have nothing to live for, nothing to rely on. But when you exercise, this is something that you do for yourself. And one of the reasons why I love so much moving and exercising is that this is one thing, if you invest your time, 100% guarantee there will be rewards, no matter how long it takes. Everything else in life have variable that you're not in control of. But exercising, as soon as you make your mind up, is something that no matter what, the reason why I have what I have today, right? I was able to pick my fight, die for it, stay fucking super consistent for 10 years. And this is the same thing that applies to depression. When your mind is not there and you feel lost, you lose hope, one thing that you can do is work steadily at embracing exercising. And whether it's 2 minutes, it's just about making it a habit. Once you build a habit, stay consistent, you will see slowly you'll be able to push away the depression. And I've been able to apply that to many people, like I said, in the past 3 years, and I've come across a lot of super depressed people, and the one thing that they confide to me was, like they confessed to me was, if it wasn't for that, for finding something that they can do for themselves, they will not be able to overcome the illness, no matter what pills the doctor was trying to give them. Because sometimes even the pills don't work. Sometimes it's a placebo, and when you take the pills, it will work or it might not work. But most of the time, the most satisfying endeavor that the people under depression have or feel is exercising, doing something for yourself. Think about it, especially when you're a novice, you never exercised before. This is something you will start and start seeing results right away. As soon as the second week, you can see your body moving, your body morphing into something that you never thought you would. And under proper guidance, that's even to take it further. You have a coach or you have a personal trainer, you'll be able to stay out of trouble. You'll be able to avoid injury, because once you injure yourself, that may even make the depression worse, because that's another stress to add to the bunch of stress that you already piled over the months or over the year. That reason why you're actually depressed. So it's just my only message is exercise, exercise, exercise. It is something that 100% guarantee. You put in time, you get the result. That I can give my head to cut. Is that expression that's used? Like, if we had guillotine, I will bet my head that if you put in time and you don't get results, you can have my head. But it's not a bet that I'm gonna lose. And yeah, it's just, I have that conviction. Exercise, exercise, exercise is the remedy for depression. Yeah. Even last time I was speaking to one of my clients, which again we were able to hit some PR. Anytime we hit a PR, it sparked the hope in him. He's affected by really chronic depression, so he's always in the limbo battling that depression. But anytime we're able to hit a PR, it spark a different, like a new flame, something to help him push even further, throughout the difficulty in his life. And like I always tell him as well, because you can't PR all the time, but you have good days and bad days. Even the time we have bad days, I always tell him those are conducive to those PR where he feels excited. So it's never a waste of time. It's just you putting money in the bank. The return, the interest rates is probably lower and lower as time goes by, but eventually it comes back. Anything else in life is now under your control. Your promotion in life, whatever. So many variables that's not under your control. But exercise is one that's under your control. All you got to do, embrace it and pick your fight, die for it. And to even take it further, I feel I can be of good help to those of you guys who are fighting depression. I'm good at feeling it, and at talking about it with people, because I feel like I've had enough experience dealing with people, and I have the ability to spark a little bit of fire, if not a lot of fire, for people to get back on track. So feel free to email me at meckanimal@gmail.com. And of course, it's free. I just don't feel like it's fair for people to be depressed. And if I can do anything, if I have any power to to help you overcome this difficult time of your life, I'll be glad to do so. So meckanimal@gmail.com. will be the hotline, you know, in addition to all the other mainstream hotline that they have for people who are affected by depression. So I feel like that's the least I can do for mankind, for humanity. Bring my support, you know. So yeah, that's it. That's all I was gonna talk about today. It's been a topic that I've planned to talk about long ago, and finally I get to talk about it. Feel free to drop some comment below. Let us know if you have any family members affected by depression. If yourself at some time, some point in your life you've had to deal with depression. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. It's a really important topic that people tend to ignore, and I feel we should talk about it, not being ashamed about it. Share it, because sharing is caring, and at the end of the day, I feel like it does help. So everything is and will always be small, the Meckanimal way. Health is more than just aesthetic and strength. It's all about the mental as well, you know. We extend it to that. Mind and body. Peace. Love y'all.